Well, I'm Chris, and this is my rebuilding the brake calipers and wheel cylinders on the 1978 280Z. The last video we pulled all this stuff off. It just took a look at it. It all looked great. I didn't know they sold all the little parts at the auto parts store. They did have to order them. I got all this at AutoZone. It was fairly cheap, so we're going to go ahead and put all new seals. So I always take the time to sandblast and paint this stuff. It just makes it so much more enjoyable putting it back on the car. So another video, I didn't know this red stuff was brake quiet. Now I find it weird when I become an idiot because I don't know about idiot stuff. Why in the world would anybody want to put some stuff on here like this to make your brakes quiet? That makes no sense to me. Do you think these brakes were squeaking when they came off the assembly line? No. Since I was about 14 years old, I knew that if your brakes started making noise, you need to take your rotors off, your drums off, and get them machined. Or look at them at least. This one's got all kinds of rust and crap that we're gonna have to smooth down. Putting this kind of crap on here is not gonna do anything. Somebody out there is like, yes, it does work. I put it on all my cars. Well, I never have and I never will. These are bonded too, but look how they go inside the metal. So that's a lot better. And these right here, look at this. That's why the wheels were locked up. But also look at this. Did they put different brake shoes on here, or is that how the set comes? We'll find out. These are going in the trash. So when you take everything apart, sandblast it and paint it, of course you're going to get a good paint job, but the key is to put a lot of coats on there or the stuff can still chip. The most important part is getting to all the edges, so that way our stuff doesn't rust and then start rusting right here. That's the problem with doing this on the car, and I think that's just a stupid idea and you're just wasting your time. They need to be taken off like this. All right, so when you sandblast everything like I do, I always have a big sewing needle or two laying around. You need to inspect every single little crack for sand, and you have to have a good air compressor. This is 150 psi. We blow every little passage out multiple times. Ow. God dang. I thought these were aluminum, but they're chrome plated steel, and they do have some rust on there. I just took some 400 grit sandpaper and try to polish it away the best you can. That's all you can do, or go buy new ones. They look okay. So the wheel cylinder bores, just take some 400 grit sandpaper. I just kind of clean them up. Nice. Make sure you clean the cylinder bore all the way up to the edge. Look at all that pitting on there. That's what all that nasty stuff was on the disassembly video. Crazy. Just pay attention to the orientation of it. Just like that. Just go ahead and get the old one off. You might need a couple of picks. Be careful how you do this. You can hurt yourself. Pay attention to the orientation. I'm just going to stretch it over like that. Boom. Beautiful. Man, these are all wet too. Ew. The parts are the same for both. Get your spring hooked on one side. They're going to go in there like that and they can push out. So you want to go ahead and get one of your seals on, but lubricate it first. Just going to put a little bit in there. Put a little bit on there. That's gonna be funny if this brake fluid takes the paint off. I don't care. These new seals are kind of tough to work with. All right, beautiful. Okay, it's gonna be hard to put in. The new seal, just push it in. Beautiful. Yeah, it stabbed me, man. Beautiful. Okay, so we knocked the spring out. Make sure you put it back in. Go ahead and give it a little drink. Damn. So if you're doing one of these, put that on dry first around if you can, because that was super difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it's going. Don't rip it. All right, it went in there. Okay, make sure you're not ripping that seal all around. All right, remember to straighten these up. Which way do they go? Like that. Beautiful. Is it taking the paint off? Kinda. Anyway, wheel cylinder, ready to go. Beautiful. Notice these are 2 piston calipers. Everything's been cleaned out, blown out thoroughly. I think per wheel was about $5, $6, $7. Cool, it gives you these little dust shields, snap rings. Beautiful, all this stuff feels perfect, it's new. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of brake fluid in there. Don't want to put the rings in there dry. They're gonna get submersed, but lube them up a little bit. Let's get the little squared O-rings in there. Very, very simple to do. Beautiful. We can go ahead and put a little bit of brake fluid on the piston. Put it straight in there. Okay. See what I'm doing? Collapsing it all the way. Put the seals. Snap ring. This is actually some kind of cool brakes. A lot easier to get off than it is to put on, that's for sure. Beautiful. Now we're going to join the 2 O-rings. Okay. Bolts cleaned up. Okay. Just barely need a little bit of torque on them. So the brake pads, I just sandblasted them and painted them. Look brand new, don't they? So you have to reuse your pins, and they do sell the clips. I'm not sure what direction these go on, or can they only go on in one direction? Have to go on there like that. So these do go on the pins, and the pins are going to keep these from jangling around. That happened to me because I used the word jangling. All right. Hopefully I don't have these on there wrong. Get eaten alive in the comments. We need some caliper grease on these. I don't like how that's rough. That doesn't feel right. It's probably why they had that red brake quiet on there, but I don't know. This is all we can do. Nice. Man, the pins go in the other way. God dang it. Pretty sure they do go in from the inside. First time doing these, man. So I will go back and rewatch my video and make sure I have these on there right. I hope they are. So we have the caliper 100% sandblasted, clean, painted, ready to go. Brake pads in there ready, new seals, clips hanging. Everything ready to go. So I was going to put all this stuff back on the car, but we're going to do a specific like 280Z brake caliper and wheel cylinder rebuild video, because I didn't realize how weird and unique these are compared to most every other car. So you see how I'm getting everything ready for the car. So we're going to put those back on the car and throw that in the next video for it. But the master cylinder ended up being bad, and I got a new one, but I just don't feel like messing with that right now. Well, that's it. 1978 280Z caliper wheel cylinder. Not that hard to do. Those seals are going to kick your butt a little bit. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.